Hello. How are you today on this beautiful day of being alive and being well? I hope today serves you with the highest healed outcomes. May you get your aha moments. May you realize everything that you are. And may you shine in the brilliance of today. So, thank you for being here. We are located right now on the South Shore. I'm at the beach, and I'll turn the camera to show you what I'm experiencing and what you're going to experience as we sit here together. Okay, so let's see the magic in front of us. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a tad windy, but that's okay. We'll get through it together. Wind and air is so beautiful. It really cleanses and uplifts and nourishes us. So as the wind comes in and as the waves rush upon the shore, we can use that as healing in however that pulls in for you. I just wanted to say too that I didn't lose, sorry. I broke my tripod thingy to keep the camera very still. So I am going to try my best and not shake this camera too much. Okay. How was everyone's week? I hope you had a great week. My week was filled with ups and downs, but mostly ups. Because when the downs come, and I say downs in the sense of when my heart closes, things can get a little rattled, but the good news is there's always something from that rattle. And if you learn to just be very gentle with yourself and you unravel those pieces, there's some really nice tokens to take away. So whether you had a razzle bedazzle week or kind of rough and tough, we're here now in this beautiful moment. Something that came up for me specifically was for a conversation around signs and symptoms. And the essence of signs when we receive an electric charge of divine bliss and alignment. And there's nothing more spectacular than getting that jolt. And if you've received these jolts, and we all have throughout our lifetime, they're just incredible. They really are. And whether they're from a direct alignment sign, like, yes, you're on the path, or from a loved one coming in, which I received both this week. And they were just so unexpected and just at the time where my heart was really open to receive. So I got to see them, I got to receive them, and I got to feel the whole symptoms of what they were. And they were just incredible. So I hope you experience this as well throughout your day or your week ahead, or if you already have, I celebrate that. Now, if you haven't, that's okay too, because, life again is all in ups and downs. But let's say you had a rough week, because I've had many of those. And in those weeks, it's very cloudy. And this morning, to remind me of the fog, sometimes that density that we have or we hold. And then it always does dissipate and clear. This morning, I took an image off the balcony, and it was so dense, the fog. I couldn't see across the lake. And then by, I would say, 11:30 in the morning-ish, everything was just so clear. And you could see everything so clear. So keep that in mind. Sometimes when we're having rough weeks or it's foggy, just reflect and be very gentle with yourself. Come from lots of kindness and compassion, and perhaps sift through those moments of where you can get some clarity in that. So yeah, I thought that was quite exciting to experience. But yeah, so this week I'm going to focus on signs and symptoms. And I'm going to turn the camera and give you a nice landscape of the water as I connect. And I have some notes with me because my brain tends to, I don't know, it's just perimenopausal kind of brain. So I'm honoring it. And this way we can get all the goodness that we need for our time together. All right. So I'm going to turn the camera. And yeah, I know. Look at how long this wind is going to get this hair blowing. This hair is crazy. It's getting cut on Saturday, so I'm excited for that. Anyhow, we are going to share in some time together, and I thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence, and may you receive all that you need. Okay? I'm going to turn the camera to the water, and I'm going to try and hold it as steady as I can. And as I do that, I'm going to speak to us and share some of the signs and symptoms of magical moments that took place this past week. So, how was your last week? Did you receive any signs and symptoms of magical moments? Because when we approach life with an open heart, a lot of remarkable things can take place. And things will emerge, and it will just become this incredible state of oneness. Which reminds me, oh my goodness. So I was with some friends, and this was probably, I want to say a year back. I don't know. My time with me is very fluid, but it feels like it was a year ago. And we had a bonfire, and I took a gummy. I did. And it was pretty intense. But I went into this calm state, and for about, I would say, 2 hours, I was just staring at the universe and the sky and the stars. It was gorgeous. And I remember coming and having this like revelation, and everyone's like, what's going on? And I'm like, we are everythingness. We are nothingness. And to me, it was so profound because in that stillness, it was like, we are everything and we are nothing. And then I like listened to a podcast, Next Level Soul, if you ever come across it, by Alex Ferrari. Anyhow, a beautiful, he had someone on, a guest. And in that moment when I was just kind of listening, all of a sudden the guest said, we are everythingness and nothingness. And I was like, oh my goodness. It kind of validated that time where I was in a state of awareness, in a different consciousness, if that makes any sense. Okay, that's just a side note. So when we approach life with an open heart, because when I had that everythingness and nothingness, my heart was completely blasted open. Like there was no constraints. I was open to receive, and that's what I got. So if you've had those kind of magical, profound moments too, like I get it. I love it. So when things tend to emerge, these instances often take us by surprise, right? And then it hits us with a sense of wonder. And they don't have to be anything crazy. Like they can be from a gentle breeze, an unexpected act of kindness from a stranger, or even the realization of life's inherent beauty. And it's important to appreciate these moments as they remind us. They remind us of the elegance and the mystery that life has to offer. So I'm going to give you an example of some signs and symptoms. And so last week, I mentioned pearls during a recording. So it was about the presence of pearls. It was a beautiful little meditation and just teaching last week. And later that same day, while I was driving my son to the city, he had an orthodontist appointment. And on the way there, 5440 song came on, Ocean Pearl. And I was like, are you kidding me? And so I cranked it up. And to me, this confirmed that I was on the right path. It felt positive and uplifting. And often signs will be followed by that symptom that usually brings a blissful state of energy. And I embrace this feeling fully, enjoying the vibrant energy that it brought, right? So think of, saying all that wonderful things about the pearl, and then you have the song just come on. It was just amazing. And then later in that same week, I was driving to work. I work at the Kiwi Cafe located in Chester, so I'm giving a shout out. If you are ever in the area, come on by. It's the sweetest little spot. Great energy, great food, great service, and an amazing place to be. So, and work. I just love it there. But while I was driving to work that morning and listening to the radio, I heard the host use a phrase that my grandfather often would say to our family. And we have a quite large family on my mom's side. And this phrase was part of my life since childhood until his last years with us. And hearing it brought me immense joy and excitement. So the sign appeared, the symptom soon followed. And so I looked to my right. So when this phrase appeared, I looked to my right and I could not help but scream like, Grandpa, I love you. Oh my goodness, thank you for your presence. And I felt him with me. And so the phrase my grandfather would say was, don't take a wooden nickel, it burns too fast. And anytime that I would leave him or something, like, bye, Gramps, he's like, hey, don't take a wooden nickel, it burns too fast. And it would just be his charming way and loving way and charismatic way, and just something that we all loved about him and still cherish that memory in our hearts. But what's pretty spectacular is that the radio host mentioned, he said, my father would say to me, don't take a wooden nickel. It was such an extraordinary experience because I felt the presence of my grandfather. And what a unique phrase to even say. And then not only that, but I heard it broadcast on the radio. So it was a huge sign that my grandfather had something to share, especially to tell me that he is near. So it is pretty incredible. So today, I want you to take some time to reflect on any signs and symptoms you may have experienced or received. And by this, I refer to the symptoms that soon follow after noticing a sign. These manifestations are profound and they're quite captivating. And they serve us as reminders of our purpose, the depth of our love within us, and the mystery surrounding us. Our task is straightforward. Open our heart and observe. Your signs, my signs, everyone's signs are remarkable, and the symptoms can provide you with uplifting and rejuvenating energy. Even if you have symptoms, like say not so blissful, that don't align with your sign, they can still serve a purpose. These situations often provide opportunities for further investigation, deeper understanding, perhaps reflecting on the experiences that you are in, and they can offer valuable insights. So today marks a new day. And today I would like for us to say, we will maintain an open heart even when it's tempted to be closed off. So if I lose a little step in my path, I'll come back when I'm ready without feeling shame or judgment, especially judging myself harshly. And then open hearts, to me, are the greatest starts. So I will open my heart again and again. Because, your heart can close quite quick. I hope that scenery is serving you well right now. And I hope my hand is not shifting too crazy. So, why don't we do something, a little tool together? We can activate opening up that heart center. Close your eyes. Place your left hand and then your right over your heart. Let's bring awareness to our breath. Breathing in and out. Finding your rhythmic flow. Centering and focusing on the heart. Let's take some time to feel into our heart today. Don't overthink it. How is your heart feeling here and right now? Is it light? Is it heavy? Is it cloudy? Is it clear? Perhaps it's closed. Is it sad? Is it excited? Is it full of grief? Is it feeling heartbroken? Is it feeling unconditional love? Most importantly, is it open for all possibilities? I want you to feel into what is showing up for you. If you need time to tend, then rest. Tend to your heart. If you are opening and expanding, keep opening and expanding. Did you know that research indicates that the magnetic field generated by the heart is over 100 times stronger than that of the brain? And it can be detected, like that energy field can be detected like 3 feet to, I say even more, but 3 feet or more out. So you feel that essence as that energy expands, like as your heart, like it's expanding out. And I believe as we expand and open our hearts, we will pulsate differently. So maybe you can do this for yourself. Excuse me. The salt water. It's like I got salt particles. I can't even speak. Jeez. Try this. I did this for a week, and it was, when I started, it was really tricky because you open up your heart, you're ready to open, you're opening, and then one little thing can close it shut. And then it's again practice to invite yourself again. Okay, let's open the heart. And so when you open the heart, things really do look differently. You see and feel differently, and you know that we are all connected. And so everyone, and something came to me today that was so beautiful. It was like, you're on the stage. You are the stage in the stages, which means we are center stage going through different stages of our life and our path. And everyone's on different stages in their lives, but they are the center stage. I hope that makes sense. But that kind of came through today, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And so knowing that your heart has this capacity to expand, why not try? You know, open the heart, come from deep love, experience things in great measures. And as you do, I promise you, because I don't share things that are just, for the sake of sharing. I share them because they're actual tools that are very successful when we choose to use them. So things will be easier to flow through. Yes, of course, you're still going to get your ups and downs and you're still going to experience those emotions. Okay. Let's not be crazy because it happens, right? But it's a definite that they will flow. And when your heart's open, they'll just flow faster. And they flow easier as the heart remains open. So you've heard those phrases like water off a duck's back or it rolls off smooth like butter. Think of those days to keep your heart open. If those phrases help you, because sometimes we're in the midst of things, sometimes we need a simple little phrase to knock us back onto the path of, oh yeah, my heart was closed and I was kind of frustrated against that person or that, that happens, working in the service industry. Although most people I find are so gracious and generous, it's just others that feel frustrated at times. And I'm like, hey, keep your heart open. And that's all I'll say. Like, just keep your heart open. I get some, like, what are you talking about? But I love sharing in little ways that can kind of lift and uplift those as they kind of walk through their day. So as you open your heart, you'll feel the different energies. And like I said, the emotions will still be felt, whatever they are, and they will pass more smoothly as your heart remains open. You see things and feel things differently. You remain calm and centered, and it's a beautiful way to be, opposed to a closed heart, a stressed heart, a negative heart. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So, ooh, the wind caught the phone. Let's just take a moment, and I'm going to leave you with an intuitive message that I received. And may these words wrap you and find you in ways that can support you in your day, and or anyone else that you know that may need to hear this today. Share and subscribe this beautiful channel that I'm trying to create and expand slowly with an open heart. And so it is. So hearts hurt, yes, but hearts also heal. Harnessing your harmony is key when you want to create a life of manifestation. When we are open to it all, we will see the magic. Not until then. You might get a glimpse to remind you, oh yeah, I forgot how simple and wonderful it is. And it will guide you back to your heart center again. Listen, love, and restore all parts that need tending to. The heart is your inherent map. Let it lead you to all that your heart desires. So take that inner GPS, find that gorgeous start point, which is here. That's your start point. And find within yourself the beauty and the magic, the signs and the symptoms that will energize you and give you all the beautiful blessings of your today. I wanted to share with you too. I brought my sister made this for us when my grandfather passed away, and it was just a little memory token, but that's my grandpa. And on the back is the message that my sister wrote. I don't know if that's in, but it says, never take a wooden nickel. It burns too fast. I love you, Grandpa, and I thank you for that beautiful visit. And may your heart be open for your loved ones to come through. And take today, be as blessed as you are. And I will finish off with maybe we'll walk closer to the water. How's that? Hopefully I don't kill myself on the rocks. But we will. Oh, jeez. It's very rocky here. Okay, let's walk close to the water. I love you. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you next week.